The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party challenging the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal, which affirmed the election of President Bola Tinubu. The court also reserved judgment in the appeal filed by the Labour Party, saying that a date will be communicated to parties when the judgment is ready. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
Security at the Supreme Court was beefed up for the hearing of the appeal filed by the PDP, Labour Party and APM. This is the first time the Apex Court will be sitting on the case after the Presidential Election Petitions Court delivered judgment on 6 September 2023. The first appeal taken was that of the PDP, where its counsel Chris Uche told the court that they have an interlocutory application. The application is seeking leave of the court to present fresh evidence. A 7-member panel led by Justice Ian Gukuru, as well as a member of the panel, Justice Emmanuel Augim, posed a series of questions to the PDP. Should the court be guided by the provisions of the Electoral Act or the Constitution, or should the court act arbitrarily? Has the Chicago State University written a letter disclaiming the certificate issued to the president? Why was the deposition of the registrar of the Chicago State University not done before a court that allowed the discovery in the U.S.? Does the stenographer have the legal authority to conduct such depositions? Was there legal authority ordering the deposition to be made in the office of Mr. Atiku's lawyer in the U.S.? How should the evidence be tied? Should pleadings be made and witnesses called? In his response, counsel to the PDP held that the laws in the U.S. is different from that in the Commonwealth region. Pursuant to the U.S. court order, a position was taken in which the president was represented by a counsel. He alleged that the deposition confirmed that the certificate did not emanate from the school. On his part, counsel to INEC prayed the court to dismiss the appeal. Counsel to the president told the court that a counter affidavit has been filed, urging the court to dismiss the application. He noted that the deposition of the registrar of the school is not admissible, as the deposition is dormant until the deponent comes to court to adopt it. Counsel to the APC adopted the submissions of counsel to the president. The court subsequently reserved judgment. The court also reserved judgment on the appeal filed by the Labour Party, saying a date for judgment will be communicated to parties. The court, however, dismissed the appeal filed by the Allied People's Movement for being frivolous. In a unanimous decision, the court held that it is not bound to hear every appeal, as issues raised by the appellant have been resolved by the court. The Supreme Court is not set up for academic exercise. Counsel to the APM subsequently withdrew the appeal, and it was accordingly dismissed. The Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, alongside the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, National Chairman of the APC Abdullahi Ganduje, and the National Secretary of the APC Ajibola Bashiru, were in court to observe the day's proceedings.
Proceedings are very, very challenging because all the contendants who wanted to claim certain issues, they did it very well. And at the same time, those who are defending did it very well. And judgment has been will be fixed.
Justice Ian Gukuru noted that it is wrong to file an appeal when the appellant will not benefit from the judgment. He says the appellant ought to have gotten the hint from the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court in the case of the PDP versus the Vice President. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.